In this lesson, students will be able to identify perimeter as an attribute of a plane shape and calculate the perimeter of a given shape. A plane shape is a two-dimensional shape that has width and breadth, but no thickness. A circle, triangle, or rectangle are a few examples of a plane figure. Sometimes students think of them as flat shapes. Students often think of two-dimensional shapes as those that cannot stand on end, but three-dimensional shapes are able to stand. Cubes, spheres, and cones are three-dimensional shapes. It is important that students develop an understanding of how to find a perimeter or distance around a plane figure. They will not be taught a formula, but will be asked to be accurate and explain how they found each perimeter. Students are going to use various strategies to determine the perimeter of a plane figure. One strategy would be to just count around and marking off ticks for each unit. And the corners count as a tick. So the distance from here to here is 1. And then we're going to go around and we're just going to count. And they could number it and count out loud just to verify their thinking, making sure that they're being accurate. This way they're labeling all their work as well. And then they would label this as a perimeter of 20. And students in third grade will begin to use mathematical abbreviations, and the P stands for perimeter. Students can also apply their geometric knowledge and know that, for instance, on a rectangle, that opposite sides are equal lengths. So this one side of a rectangle is 4. That means that the opposite side is also 4. And if we count on this side here, the length of this side of the rectangle is 8, and this is 8. And they can use some mental math. Adding the 8 and 4 is 12, and another 12, and they have a perimeter of 24 for this rectangle. This is an equilateral triangle, which means that all sides are equal, again using our geometric thinking and knowledge. And they might count off one edge here just because we have the grid to help us know that this side represents 5. And because it's an equilateral triangle, we know that each side is equal. And we can label each side length as 5, and they can skip count at this point, 5, 10, and 15, with a perimeter of 15. This is an irregular shape, and so the important piece to this is to label the length of each side. So this side here is 4, the length of this side here is 3, we have a 2 here, here's 1, 2 again, this is 3, this is 3, we have a 1 and a 1, and this side here is 6. And then we can add, go around, and the student can add, and counting to find a perimeter of 26. In this lesson, students have been learning to determine the perimeter of a plane figure. A student is successful when they are able to find and describe how they calculated the perimeter of a plane shape using numbers, words, and pictures.